public moments that transcend plain embarrassment and enter the realm of mythology belong to a unique type. Meghan Markle considers that area to be a second home. Ignore minor mistakes. We're going to explore the genuinely unforgettable, embarrassing moments. The monologue of the monarch. Most people experience silent, respectful fear when they sit close to the Queen of England. The objective is straightforward. Avoid making a mistake. Meghan Markle reportedly saw it as a chance to wear a dress. Practice. Sitting right next to Queen Elizabeth at a ceremonial ceremony, Meghan seemed to start a full-fledged, enthusiastic discussion with herself. While the Queen is flawlessly, possibly blatantly motionless, her lips twitches and her hands make gestures. The level of secondhand embarrassment is really high. Was she arguing with a ghost? Rehearsing lines or practicing a speech? Whatever was going on, it was an almost amazing demonstration of social ignorance. The entire incident is made even more embarrassing by the Queen, a master of stoicism who gives away nothing. This situation is so strange that it is hard to believe. Speaking of unbelievable things, after we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will give away a $100 Amazon gift card. Simply hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below to join in on the action. We'll choose a winner directly from the comments once we reach 1,000 subscribers. The ghosting of the garden party. Being practically ejected from your own father-in-law's party is much more embarrassing than boasting about your handwriting. Days after her wedding, Meghan attended Prince Charles's 70th birthday garden party, when she received one of her first and harshest lessons in royal realism. As a duchess, it was her first formal engagement. According to reports, Meghan started moaning to Harry that she wanted to leave the event after only 15 minutes because she was bored. She was unaware that Camilla had overheard her remarks, and she quickly told Charles. He reacted quickly and decisively. He granted them permission to depart, but not in a courteous way. Rather, he said, "Your presence is no longer required," when they were ready. In effect, they were kicked out of the party. This was more than a moment of awkwardness. The message was unambiguous. Complaining about being bored during a significant state occasion is a cardinal sin in the royal society, where duty is not a suggestion. It was a severe introduction to the reality that she was no longer a famous person who could attend gatherings whenever she wanted. The world heard the hospital twerk. Meghan's talent for producing surreal stuff, from garden parties to hospital mischief, is just unparalleled. The internet discovered a video that left everyone stunned, just when you thought you had seen it all. Meghan is seen dancing and twerking in what looks to be a hospital ward while she is quite pregnant. Meghan smiles, swirls her hips, and raises up her dress while Harry looks on in confused amusement. Through a performance that seems more appropriate for a bachelorette party than a hospital maternity unit. For all the wrong reasons, the video went viral, with fans sobbing so hard they almost pulled a muscle and detractors calling it strange. There is no way to explain this moment since it is so incredibly odd and out of context. It's odd on a performance art level and far beyond awkward. It demonstrates her exceptional talent for creating stuff that is both utterly memorable and extremely embarrassing. That wasn't according to the USO. We must discuss Meghan's attendance at that one notorious USO function. It was intended to provide an opportunity to engage with military personnel and express solidarity with the troops. Rather, it turned into one of her most awkward public outings ever. The atmosphere was strange from the beginning. With an enthusiasm that seemed more appropriate for a music festival headline act than a tribute to veterans, she clapped, danced, and even attempted to drum. The area surrounding her was not replete with praise. It was an active avoidance zone. Not in a polite manner, people actually moved aside to give her space. A masterclass in forced energy and complete social disconnection resulted from the rest of the room appearing to follow suit. The outcome was a painfully drawn-out and embarrassing spectacle, performed for an audience that obviously didn't want to go. The Stonewall of the Red Sox. Let's go to a Red Sox game to avoid anything from cold stares to outright resistance. Scenario in which Harry and Meghan's tension was so intense that a knife could cut through it. Everything appeared picture perfect at first glance. With Harry by her side and Meghan in full glitz, everyone is grinning. However, a more thorough examination told a very different tale. Harry's eyes darted around as if seeking the closest exit, and his jaw was clenched. Meghan, however, was grinning for the cameras as like nothing was amiss. As soon as fans saw, they weren't even making eye contact. Later, when video of Harry screaming in annoyance earlier that day surfaced, the background became clear. He was completely shut down now that he was seated beside Meghan. There was only quiet tension, no small conversation, no smiles. Meghan's attempt to lean in and pretend that nothing was wrong was the most embarrassing aspect. A performance that simply served to emphasize how incredibly awkward the circumstances were. A mishap in Morocco. If let's go off on a diplomatic trip to Morocco that ended up becoming a walking blooper reel if you thought that was awful. Meghan came decked out in full royal glitz. However, things took a turn for the worst as soon as she got off the plane. Cameras literally captured her running in heels ahead of the group without any prior notice or apparent purpose. A near wipeout that had everyone clutching their breath came right after this. By miraculously doing a dramatic squat in a stiff couture gown, which was, to be honest, really impressive, she avoided a faceplant. However, there was more unpleasantness to come. Later, Meghan pushed her way to the front, elbows out, like she was storming a red carpet, at a meeting with the Moroccan monarch. It was a complete procedural violation. The exile for the anniversary. You would have anticipated a joyful reception for Harry and Meghan upon their return to the royal fold following their well-publicized vacation of Morocco. Instead, they were given a masterclass in public humiliation at the commemoration of Prince Charles's investiture's 50th anniversary. Despite their tardiness, they were promptly restrained by palace staff. They had to wait in a corner as the dignitaries were greeted with joy by William, Kate, Charles, and Camilla. The royal hierarchy was brutally and conspicuously reinforced. When they were eventually waved forward, it was to stand in the back, alone and totally disregarded, not to join the throng. The senior royals displayed a strong wall of courteous but obvious disinterest, without making eye contact or smiling. It hurts to view the clip. This served as a harsh reminder of their position in the world after they were the uncontested stars of their own program overseas. Strict family structure. It was more than a moment of awkwardness. On a global scale, it was a tactful, silent, and ruthlessly successful dressing down. The cold shoulder of the Commonwealth. Meghan's talent appears to be producing an unseen force field of embarrassment, from royal situations to family conflicts. This was never more evident than when she went to a Commonwealth event. You can see her making an effort to blend in and establish eye contact as she and Harry sit down. However, she is caught in the act by Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, who gives her a glare so cold it could freeze lava. Then, with the least enthusiastic flag wave in history, she instantly diverts Meghan's attention. Even worse, Meghan utterly disregards royal hierarchy as she pushes her way past Sophie to reach the front as the royals are departing. There was more to this than a simple seating error. A master lesson in nonverbal warfare took place. According to royal protocol, you must adhere to the line of succession's order of precedence. Sophie, being Meghan, was greatly outranked by the wife of the late Queen's son. It was considered a serious act of disrespect for Meghan to shove past her. Sophie's deadly glare wasn't just a shady glance. It was the response of an experienced king who saw a flagrant and extremely offensive transgression. The military picture opportunity. Making it about yourself is the one thing you should avoid doing at a military event. However, it appears like Meghan completely missed that memo. As cameras flashed, Meghan intervened as if it were a press junket during what was meant to be a somber occasion honoring war veterans. Additionally, Meghan interrupted Harry in the middle of a discussion with guests, thus cutting him off. The tone changed abruptly from one of deference and reserve to one of awkward performativity. She posed, grinned broadly, and even began to focus attention on herself as if it were a picture session. The veterans didn't know what to do or where to stand, and they appeared perplexed, even uneasy. Harry appeared as though he would want to be somewhere else. The video went viral on the internet, with critics dubbing it PR cosplay and viewers labeling it tone deaf. Meghan's attempt to steal the show backfired tragically once more. From royal snubs to hospital twerks, Meghan's public life has been filled with unpleasant incidents. We all keep returning for more because of the never-ending tale of social faux pas and dubious decisions. So at what time? Made you laugh the most? Please leave a remark below. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Oh, and don't forget to enter our $100 gift card raffle by liking the video, clicking the subscribe button, and leaving a comment. I'll see you later.